our group proudly presents Rejuvenate Braddock. We believe that empowering the community will make Braddock resilient against its history of a racially biased society. The project is designed to equip the community to combat the intentionally engineered food apartheid and inequality. The development process and community land trust will catalyze and strengthen Braddock to establish a fair housing mechanism. Poverty, inequality, injustice, food apartheid, food desert, redlining, housing crisis, and polarization. We have identified that racism is the wicked problem and is the reason why these issues still exist in Braddock. There's poverty and there's food crisis. Together they spur food apartheid and disproportionate distribution. There's also housing crisis, and together with poverty, they give rise to redlining and lending discrimination. From our wicked problems, we came up with these principles to guide our designs, and they are: empower the community, use abandoned property as an opportunity, reduce food insecurity, provide affordable housing, and facilitate startup incubation. These 5 principles will carry through all of our proposed projects and ultimately make Braddock a thriving community. We have also set assumptions for Braddock to ground our design. These include: food insecurity will remain a problem. Population decrease is expected as people slowly move out. Braddock will experience environmental injustice and other social problems. The mill will be reformed into a green food production hub with advanced vertical farming technologies. These are all based from existing conditions and future trends. We have designed 4 catalyst projects next to each other, forming a linear progression of development to the mill over time. The first one is Braddock Play, which will happen in 2025. The next one is Braddock Eat, which will happen in 2030. The third one, the Red Disc, in 2040. And the final catalyst project is Braddock Boardwalk in 2050. Beyond 2050 is the development of the mill. Let's take a look at our first project, which is Braddock Play. This catalyst project is focused on playtime and recreation, so we provided inclusive play spaces and play courts for everyone to enjoy. We have a community tennis court, a skate park, and a basketball court. We also have an area dedicated for children. We have a barefoot garden sensory path for children to experience walking on, a connected treehouse system that will provide excitement as well as shelter. For our next catalyst project, we have Braddock Eat. This catalyst project is focused on social interactions while enjoying a potluck, a cookout, birthday parties, barbecues, or other social events. We have designated spaces for people to set up their goods, like a flea market or bazaar, a fruit garden play court for children to play on while their parents watch them. This type of activities will empower them as a community. For 2040, we have the Red Disc. This catalyst project is a combination of an agricultural and social space. Families can sign up for a lot and use them for gardening and farming. There are 42 separated lots for the town. A huge lawn is provided for people to hang out. The Red Disc, the highlight of this catalyst project, is a platform where people can voice out issues they care about. A space where they can be heard, and a space where they can fight together. A space for protest against social inequity and environmental injustice. Our fourth and final catalyst project for 2050 is Braddock Boardwalk. With the effects of climate change, it is predicted that Braddock will experience warmer temperatures and more precipitation. This project will serve as a climate-resilient park and shelter while still fostering social interaction and strengthening the sense of community in the future. There's also a boardwalk that will serve as the main pathway that connects all the social spaces and where people can also ride their bikes and spend time together. When it rains, the rain gardens will serve as retention basins and a sight to see. And that is our Braddock Boardwalk. To recap, we have Braddock Play, Braddock Eat, the Red Disc where they can do protests, and finally, we have Braddock Boardwalk. But how do we fund this? Let us focus on the financial mechanism. Oftentimes, community land trust depends on the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program, or some people call it LIHTC. In this case, Braddock CLT will apply for LIHTC to the state government, and the state government may allow the tax credit to Braddock CLT. Later, Braddock CLT will sell the tax credits to banks or other funding agencies. In return, Braddock CLT will get the funding, and the funding agency will enjoy the tax credit for a few years. Additionally, this funding will also improve the corporate social responsibility of the funding agency. Besides, there are some other financial mechanisms that could be used. For example,